Howdy, howdy, race fans. Let me put away this book here that's got a bunch of really nice pictures of some of the throwback paint schemes that we'll be seeing this weekend at Darlington, but more about that later. Okay, howdy, race fans. Welcome to my little show about racing I like to call In the Pits with me, StockCar Scott. And In the Pits is brought to you each week when I feel like it by me now. Because by me, StockCar Scott. Because the former sponsor, Monte Carlo Express Delivery, has closed. So, for future sponsorship possibilities, please contact me via Facebook. Okay. As I mentioned at the end of the last show, today, September 2nd, is my birthday. And I am plenty 9, as my mother would have said at the same age. So, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. Happy, happy birthday, happy to me, hey! They say it's my birthday, have a nice birthday. Say it's my birthday, have a nice day. Hey, you say it's your birthday. You say it's my birthday too, yeah. They say it's your birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. That's enough of that. Enough of that before I have to start paying royalties on some of those. Anyway. Last Friday, on my last Friday as a courier, I caught a little bit of Xfinity practices on NBCSN. Seemed, though, like every time I turned on NBCSN and I would see Kenny Habul off the track in the Joe Gibbs Racing number 20, that Habul's company sponsors at road courses, so Habul, this, I guess, really rich guy from Australia, gets to drive. Must be nice to have more money than good sense. But I'm sure everybody knows somebody like that. Anyway, on Saturday, Xfinity at Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, was the race of the day. Being a road course race, there was a fair share of beating and banging there. Paul Menard was one of the few Sprint Cup drivers to tackle the over 4-mile road circuit on the last weekend off for Cup drivers this season. And his familiarity with the track there in his home state of Wisconsin paid off with an Xfinity win for Paul Menard in his number 33 RCR Camaro, sponsored by Menards. Who would have guessed? Dave Blaney's boy, Ryan, was fighting hard there for that second place that he got in a Penske Ford Mustang, while Brian Scott in the number 2 RCR Camaro, Chase Elliott in the number 9 Junior Motorsports Camaro, and Bubba Wallace in the number 6 Roush Mustang rounded out the top 5. The points leader finished 9th there in his Roush Mustang, so Chris Buescher maintains the driver points lead, but 10th place finisher Ty Dillon drops to 3rd in his RCR Camaro, while the top 5 of Chase Elliott moves Awesome Bill from Dawsonville's boy up to 2nd place in points. Saturday, after the Xfinity race, I should have gone to Yakima, but my concerns over local inclement weather kept me here at home in Seattle. Weather postponed the super late model 100-lap feature there at South Sound that was scheduled for last Saturday, and it's been postponed until the 26th. It was just added on to their schedule there, 26th of September. But rain did not stop only impeded the schedule there at Evergreen because they run in the rain, folks. I don't think the Super 4 late models ran, but, you know, I don't blame them. I don't blame them for not wanting to run those kind of cars out there. But Figure 8s ran, two different types, I do believe. They're Hornets, and Pro 4 trucks did. So I watched a little bit of it on Fans Choice TV, or fanschoice.tv, I should say, on the old Devil Box there. And I saw the number 27 of Doug Wilkinson win on a very, 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 should I say very again, wet track there over a seven truck field. 7 brave souls out there giving it their best. Number 43, Rick Shaver, was second, and 62, Cecil Howard, was third. The other races were just unwatchable because it was raining so hard. So I switched over to another track and watched Big Wheels race at Magic Valley, Idaho, as well as late models and super streets at Tucson, Arizona. It's really nice, that Devil Box. Gives me lots of racing to watch. So, as I said, I wish that I had been able to go to the West Coast Street Stock 80-lap main there in Yakima. It was my understanding that there was some really good racing there with a 12-car field of limited late models, but some parts controversies at the end of the night changed the outcome of how the field actually finished. And I won't go there. I won't go into that. But I do look forward to seeing the West Coast Street Stock Series drivers again soon. Hopefully they have one more points-paying race later in September, I do believe, there at Yakima. Maybe there will be a few of them at the annual Dennis Smitham Memorial 100 at South Sound Speedway this coming Labor Day weekend. I sure hope so. Yes, race fans, it is that time of year again for the big time racing get-together for fast street stocks and limited late models at South Sound Speedway. The Dennis Smitham Memorial 100. Thank you, Sterling. And I hope you will attend. I have made this my Labor Day weekend / birthday weekend tradition over the past few years. Some might remember last year my brother came up from Alabama to join me for Dennis Smitham weekend. I can highly recommend this racing event because year after year it does not disappoint. So go see some great stock car racing this weekend at South Sound Speedway, and take a friend. Sunday started with trucks in Canada. Yes, trucks, because Sprint Cup, as I said before, had the weekend off. And at a road course there in Canada called, well, it used to be called Mosport. I think it's got a new nickname, or a new name for the place. Maybe it's called Denali or something. I don't know. Anyway, it was a pretty good race there. Dale Jr.'s driver Cole Custer in the 00 Haas Automation Silverado ran very well through most of the race, but had problems staying on the track late in the race and finished 10th. The same goes for John Hunter Nemechek, who ran as high as 3rd in his father's number 8 Silverado, but he fell back to finish about 9th. Yeah, that was where he finished. Former winner of the Evergreen Speedway Summer Showdown, Cameron Haley, finished 7th after a good race in his home country there, Canada. Road racing ace Alex Tagliani piloted the Brad Keselowski Racing F-150 to a 5th place finish, the highest finishing place for any of the Fords. And newlywed rookie Daniel Hemrick had the highest finishing Chevy with his number 14 Silverado there in 4th. The top 3 spots were covered by Toyota, with Bill France's grandson Ben Kennedy in 3rd, while 2nd in points Matt Crafton finished 2nd in his Thor Motorsports number 88 Menards Tundra. And moving past Crafton to take 1st place in drivers' points was the race winner in old Phenom there, Eric Jones, in the number 4 KBM Tundra. Yeah, driving for the Toad. So falling to 3rd in points is the other Brad Keselowski Racing driver, Tyler Reddick, in his number 19 F-150. He finished 19th place. The next Camping World Truck Series race is Friday evening, the 18th of September at Chicagoland Raceway as part of the kickoff for the chase for the Sprint Cup there. After the trucks in Canada came the Indy Racing League at Sonoma. Chip Ganassi's driver Scott Dixon won the race and the championship that day on a tiebreaker over Roger Penske's driver Juan Pablo Montoya, who basically lost the championship lead he had enjoyed all season with an early race run-in with his Penske teammate Will Powers there. As Dixon ran up front, Montoya battled through the pack to get within sight of Dixon and drew even with him in points, but the win that Scott Dixon got bested Juan Pablo Montoya's win total for the season. Dixon had 3 to Montoya's 2 victories for the season. Of course, the day had a somber overtone with the events of the last race at Pocono. And though a new championship was celebrated, the chances of seeing future IRL cars with open cockpits next season, I have to say, are slim. So, goodbye to the sky. But this Labor Day weekend, StockCar fans get to say hello to an old friend that has been absent from her traditional spot on the NASCAR schedule for way too long, folks. The Southern 500 at Darlington, the Lady in Black, the track too tough to tame, welcomes the return to her rightful place in the racing pantheon. It was a bad idea to ever move the old girl from her spot on the calendar. And to celebrate the return to the Lady in Black to her rightful place, everyone is going throwback crazy. Southern 500 will be shown on old school style there on broadcast TV. That's Channel 5 around here. And there are many of the teams that are running throwback paint schemes on their cars. Excuse me. I felt that one coming, folks. Anyway, Dale Jr. in the number 88 will have a livery reminiscent of old Buddy Baker Valvoline paint schemes that he ran. Really looks nice. Kyle Larson has a really cool mellow yellow paint scheme from Kyle Petty's good old days in the number 42 back in the 90s. Yes, for you young folks, Cal Petty used to actually win races. And one of the really brave paint schemes is on the number 17 for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. It's the championship paint scheme for David Pearson from many years ago. So he's got a lot to live up to with that one. Also, NBC is really going throwback. I understand they are going to have Ned Jarrett and Ken Squire announcing the race once again from the booth. Hopefully not for the whole race, but it is really nice to see those old guys working. So, the Xfinity race is also this weekend as part of the card for the Track Too Tough to Tame there on Saturday afternoon, and it should really be fun. Also, this weekend is the Formula One Grand Prix of Italy at the Autodromo Nazionale Monza, and Ferrari better win. Ferrari not winning at Monza is worse news in Italy, folks, than the Pope dying. I mean, you can always get another Pope, but there's only one Ferrari. And should Sebastian Vettel win, he will be canonized. And if Mercedes should happen to win, their cars will be confiscated. The Italian authorities like it when Ferrari wins too there. And they've been known to try things. So, tune in early Sunday morning, early, to see if Lewis Hamilton continues his championship run or at least slows down a little bit in Monza. And being a Chevrolet fan that I am, I love that two really sweet Chevrolet coupes from the past are named for Formula One race venues, Monza and Monte Carlo. I've wondered over the years, though, where are the tracks of Chevelle and Camaro? I'd like to see some races there. Well, anyway, as for tracks around here locally, this coming weekend, we've got Evergreen Speedway has racing on Saturday night with Legends, Hornets, Mini Stocks, Street Stocks, and a 75-lap late model feature, all on the 3/8 track. Then they have wrecking on Sunday night with stuff like demo derbies, boat races, Mr. Dizzy, figure eights. Plus they have fireworks, all as part of the fair. But I will be at South Sound Speedway if I happen to go racing, watching this weekend, because, like I said before, folks, it is time for the annual Dennis Smith Memorial 100, along with the limited late model street stocks that will be there. Will be baby grands, vintage modifieds, and a division of new interest for me, the Legends, on both nights, Saturday and Sunday. And hopefully, in the Legends, I will get to see my new favorite Legend driver there of the number 36, Kevin the Warrior Conway. All right. Hopefully we'll get to see him drive one or both nights, whichever he can do without hurting his rookie status for next year's season when he's planning to really let loose there in the Legends. Looking forward to it. But whomever is racing, it should be good there, because the Dennis Smith Memorial is a race local drivers look forward to racing in all year. So come on down to South Sound for some big time racing, folks. I'm going to be there. I'm going to try to be there anyway. And I hope to see lots and lots of race fans in the stands there at South Sound. So go to a race, take a friend, and see you next week on In the Pits. Thank you, folks. Be sure to check in next week when we talk more about racing. Thanks for watching, race fans. Until then.